Hi everyone, I know I have been quiet lately, but that's because I've been intensely working on a new project. A project that has been with me for more than 20 years now, where I have been writing and developing. And now I'm putting this project into realization. This project, called Koma, is a world where reality and dreams meet. It's a deeply personal journey, one that reflects questions and ideas I've been exploring most of my life. Creating Koma has been about more than just storytelling. Every part of this world, every scene, every character represents something I've pieced together over the decades. It's not only a story, but also a reflection of the creative process I developed along the way, and how my experience has taught me the true art of creating from within. Today, I'm taking the first step in taking you through the process of how I am bringing Koma to life, step by step. And this is the process I've been going through. So I exported a toon head from Blender, imported it as an FBX file into Unreal. So first I'm doing now is I create a metahuman identity and create components from mesh, and then I select that FBX file that I exported from Blender of this typical toon head. Polyhammer is gonna release a metahuman DNA add-on really soon, which will make this process a bit more obsolete, but for the sake of this pilot, this is a process I went through. But I plan on using other methods when I go deeper into the development of this feature film. The first shot I created for this pilot is a traveling camera that starts from the top of the room and it travels all the way down to a close of the eyes of the boy in the bed. I tried testing out a few cloth simulation options inside of Unreal, but I was not very happy with the results, so I'm now creating a cloth simulation for a bed sheet inside of Blender instead, which is super simple and efficient. The next step for me was to create this important character that exists inside of the Koma world and is a guide or a mentor for our hero. There's a lot more depth to this character than meets the eye, but that will be revealed later on in the story. I am modeling this character inside of Blender, since this is the software I prefer to use when I have to go and do some more detailed modeling. I am basing the body of this character on the World War I pilot uniform. The overall style is more of a vintage / steampunk that works for this film and is in the general direction I'm going for of the art direction and style of this character. As you can see, I'm playing a little bit around with proportions. They're not fully there, but I just keep tweaking until I'm happy. I am importing it into Unreal back and forth to test out how it looks inside with the light and the shaders inside of Unreal. I think it's pretty amazing how easy it is to tweak things between Blender and Unreal in a very smooth workflow. I've reached some proportions that I'm pretty happy with, so the next step for me is to move into creating the environment where I want to place this character. I'm testing out a few things. Here are some hills I created to play around with, and it looked pretty good, but I was not fully happy, so I went for a more flat field, which was closer to what I wanted for this particular shot in this pilot. I wanted to make it into a flower field, so I am adding this foliage flowers all over the field, and I'm starting to play a little bit around with different light setups and different skies. I'm tweaking the lights to match what I'm going for. I'm going for very graphic, stylized colors and design of the light and the environments to fit the general universe. And I want this scene to have a bit of magic touch to it as well, a dreamy magic touch. So I'm adding these glowy flowers in the field as well. I was first playing around with some more cosmic looking sky, but that was not fully satisfying the feel I'm going for in this film. I want to have a bit more dreamy, fantastic, beautiful skies, so I ended up painting a different sky that matches closer to what I'm going for with this film in general. I'm also adding glowy particles in the air to give it further magic, dreamy feel to this particular shot. The crashed airplanes in the field has a symbolic value that I will go more into detail on in a later video, but there's a purpose and meaning behind these crashed airplanes in the field. And now, where I'm happy with how the field is looking, I am adding my character into the field, and I'm animating him according to what I need for these 3 shots of where we see him. While I'm animating, I'm also adjusting some lights. I'm adding some rec lights to further emphasize his presence. I'm giving him a bit of silhouette light to make him stand out further from the background. Now that I'm happy with the shots, how they turned out, I am writing a piece of music that fits to the theme of this universe and film. It took me a bit of time to get to a result that I was happy with. I actually restarted the music 3 times before I ended up with a theme that I was happy with. As we are wrapping up this video, I want to encourage you to, wherever you are in your creative journey or exploration, to learn to embrace and love the process more than focusing on a result. When you are focusing on learning to love the process itself, then an outstanding result would just be a byproduct of you loving what you're doing. And as a bonus of learning to embrace the process is that if you are stuck in perfectionism, then when you are focusing on the journey itself, you don't get stuck in trying to create something perfect. The result will be a byproduct of you enjoying and learning what you need to learn in the process of creating the thing you are creating. That's why I personally draw every single day, minimum 30 minutes to an hour, to learn to embrace the process of creating and drawing and forgetting all about what the result is. The result is not important. What is important is what I learn while I'm creating these drawings. If you feel inspired or you are at a crossroads in your creative journey, I'm here to help. I offer one-to-one coaching where we can dive deep into your projects and make sure we can make it into a reality, not just a dream. You can find a link to schedule a session with me at my Patreon in the link below. Thank you for being part of this adventure with me. I'm excited to keep sharing my insights with you and keep on this journey together. Keep dreaming and keep creating.